One of these cameras cost about as much as a holiday to the Caribbean, while the other costs about as much as a bad weekend on Amazon. On one side we have the GoPro, a tiny rugged camera that can survive pretty much about anything, while on the other hand we have a €3,000 camera, which if you want to know more about, I have a full video you can watch up here. Today we're putting these two cameras head to head and answer the question no one really asked but everyone secretly wants to know: can a GoPro actually compete against a €3,000 camera? So in this video we will go through 8 points to show you side by side how these two cameras perform. These tests are designed to show you the best points of each camera and everything you need to know to pick one or the other. At €300, this little guy can film up to 4K footage, take decent photos, do time-lapse, and even make you look like an athlete. Okay, maybe not an athlete. And then we have this beast, the €3,000 camera, which is designed to make your footage look so good that maybe Christopher Nolan slides into your DMs. No promises though. It's big, it's heavy, and honestly, if someone steals it, you might cry harder than when you finish watching The Office. No! God, please, no! But here's the thing, because these cameras are so different, I'm gonna put one big rule, that the €3,000 camera will have to match the field of view of the GoPro Hero 10. I think this is a fair match, so let's see what we can get.
So number one, we have video quality. Let's see straight off the bat if you can tell which is which. I will give you 5 seconds here. Of course, the GoPro footage is on the left and the LUMIX GH7 is on the right. Being a bigger sensor, you will be able to tell the difference in the smaller details if you zoom in, but I would say overall this is pretty good for GoPro. Still, the GH7 wins. Number two, we have low light performance, and I woke up at 6 AM to test this out, so I hope you can appreciate it. As you can see, the GoPro struggles big time in low light as it's not designed for this. I do have to say they've come a long way since the GoPro Hero 3 and Hero 4, but still the win clearly goes for the GH7 here by a mile. Next up we have stabilization. Even though the GH7 has probably the best stabilization in the market currently compared to Sony and other cameras, it doesn't even come close to GoPro. Not to mention the fact that it's 10 times lighter. Clear winner for GoPro here. You can literally go running with this thing and you will be okay. Number four, we have field of view. No surprise here, the GoPro is fisheye. You have the option of switching to tighter focal length, but in my experience it doesn't really go well. On the other hand, the GH7 has infinite options, and right now this is 8mm on the verge of distorting the image. Of course you can go for 16, 30, 50 mils, but this is 8mm. Next up we have color profiles. This is quite a big one, and the GoPro has the option to mimic a flat picture profile, even though it's not technically a flat picture profile. You also have Pro Tune, which is more of a contrasty image, and it's great for action sport. While the GH7 shoots in 10-bit color and has Vlog, Cinelike D, and a bunch of other presets. For the most part, GoPro does a very good job with its Pro Tune if you're not thinking about color grading. If you are, forget about it right now. Next up, we have audio quality. This was a big surprise for me.
This is with the internal microphone. I think this will finally perform worse than the GoPro. Keep vlogging. There's a highway right behind me, so there should be quite a lot of noise in the background. How do I sound?
I wasn't expecting the GH7 to let me down here, but the GoPro is the clear winner here, and I can't believe those words are coming out my mouth right now. GoPro has a very good system for cutting through the wind, not to mention this thing is of course waterproof. Build and durability. I'm not even going to try to dare to drop the GH7, but I could slam the GoPro right now and it would still be fine. The GH7 is built out of magnesium and plastic, while the GoPro I believe is mostly plastic, but honestly they are indestructible. I don't know if I've said that word right, but it feels right. Now here we have a big one, portability. When it comes to filming for hours and hours, you need something versatile, easy to carry around. So taking into consideration all other factors, this could really be a make or break for a lot of people. This one of course goes for the GoPro, as it's much easier to travel and carry around.
Okay, that's enough spec talk and side by side. Now I have 1 hour to shoot a cinematic video in both cameras and see how they compare.
So what I want to say with this, it's not about which one is better, it's about which one works best for you. Do you want to go freediving, vlogging, and not have to worry about your setup and your camera, the technicalities and all that comes with it? Or do you want to take your time, get crispy shots, and be able to play around with different focal lengths? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. That is it for this one, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much.